Hey, honey, can you get one of the kids to show me how this Twitter thing works? Honey, I need to get on Instagram. Time for more of the Rod Pedersen Show.
Hey, we're back, everybody. Here's my new thing. I'm just updating my Facebook story. Dun, dun, dun. You're just updating it now?
You're only just... Yeah.
Yeah, I'm updating my Facebook story. Yeah, I've been on Twitter. I've been on Instagram. I just realized now it's a whole different group of people that are watching my Instagram story.
Oh, yeah.
That's a true story.
It is.
So I'm just updating it. Add us on Facebook, everybody. You jumping in, Noogsy?
Yeah, great to be here. Thanks
Jamie Neugebauer joining us, the voice of the Notre Dame Hounds, the SJHL aficionado. Always good to break bread with you. Although you brought in some Tim Hortons Timbits today. What flavor did you get?
Whoa.
That's okay. I know.
I brought in assorted, and I have to say, I am a celiac, so, trying to be a good teammate.
You can't even eat them.
And I can't even
You can't even eat them.
So it was a bit of a torturous drive, but...
Did they smell good?
They always do.
Noogsy wanted to put the Tim Hortons Timbits on the coffee table, and I said, no.
There you go.
No eating on the show.
Smart.
And no free advertising for Tim's. However, the Tim Hortons guys are coming on our sports trip to Miami next year. You knew that, right?
Yeah.
So we'll allow it.
There you go.
I'm checking the poll results, by the way, before we jump into the junior hockey playoff preview here. The daily Capital Auto Mall Universal Collision Center poll question is, who's the most dynamic duo in the NHL currently? McDavid, Draisaitl, Crosby, Malkin, Marner, Matthews, or Laine, Scheifele? Gents, it's not even a contest.
As I told you.
It's not even a contest. 83% of respondents saying McDavid, Draisaitl, they should run for Premier of Alberta.
It's a Western show.
It is a Western show, too. Good point.
Those poll results would be the same all across the country. Period.
It's a Western show. I love it. I love that you said that.
I think Leaf fans will vote for Leafs even if they don't believe what they're voting, but
yeah, maybe.
I think it would be Marner. And
I'm a
Matthews
Leaf fan. I'd vote for
McDavid.
And
anybody who's a serious hockey fan for sure would. But people, as you probably know as well as I do, people in Toronto aren't really serious hockey fans.
Blinders are on.
They're serious Leaf fans. They're not serious hockey fans.
Noogsy, by the way, is a Toronto guy.
Big time, yeah.
And I love how you got up on the mic and said, it's a Western show.
It's a Western show.
That was funny.
Can't be anything if I'm
That was
not
funny.
Honest. There you go.
Pause for 1 second. Gord Archibald writes in and he says, just read on 3downnation.com that the CFL Players Association did not accept the amendment to rules about Canadian rookies having played in the NFL. Pause on that, Gord. We'll come back in the overtime segment and kick that around, all right?
I've been reading that.
Because we brought Noogsy in to talk about an important time in the SJHL. Darren and I are just so happy to be part of the broadcast of SaskTel, Max TV Local, into the playoffs, but specifically tonight, Melville-Humboldt. Final game of the regular season tonight, Mills and Broncos. So you can watch it at 7:30 from the EPA. Noogsy is the voice of the Notre Dame Hounds, and on the weekend, your season ended, and you put an emoji with a tear running down your face. Listen, when I was your age, I literally cried at the end of the season. So I get it. But then I had children, grew up, and realized there's other things in life. Did you actually cry? Did you shed a tear?
No, not at all. And to the truth of the matter is this season's kind of been on palliative care for a while, given that the Hounds...
Whoops.
Am I allowed to use a term like that? Anyway,
of course you are.
There you go.
On life support.
The Hounds were eliminated from the playoffs with about 7 games left in the season.
That sucks.
So it was a slow death and kind of expected it. So, but there you go. Obviously, you miss the 20-year-olds, as you know, with junior hockey. There's always going to be turnover.
That hurts.
And so you miss the guys more than anything. I'm not. It wasn't too disappointing of an end, I guess.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
What do you got, Darren?
Yeah, I mean, it's the best time of year, right? So I kind of want to know, because we're doing our work and we're going to be on the air tonight and we'll be talking about the playoffs and stuff, but I know you're following the league quite closely. Who do you like as we get set to start the playoffs? Who do you really like?
Well, last year at this time, an email chain went around from Rusty and the Bamboo Shoots people and everything. We were
That's
kind of
the TV
bantering.
people.
The TV people. We were bantering and who do you like? And obviously the Nipawins of the world. The Flin Flons always have the talent, and you go through that. But who's hitting the ground running right now? Well, the Melfort Mustangs have not given up a goal in 3 games. Sean Parkinson has a 200-minute shutout streak. The Melfort Mustangs, like Battleford's last year, I don't know how many people had Battleford's winning it all last year. The Melfort Mustangs folks are hitting the ground running. So if you're in the Melfort area, if you're in the Saskatoon area, if you're in the Prince Albert area, you get out to watch those Mustangs. Everybody's talking about number 2 Flin Flon. Everybody's talking about number 1 Battlefords. The Melfort Mustangs, I saw them very recently. The Hounds went into the Northern Lights Palace in Melfort, and I was so impressed with what Trevor Blevins' team is doing. They're finally healthy. And for me, the Melfort Mustangs are hitting the ground running. Everybody's talking about, do we avoid Battlefords? Do we avoid Flin Flon? Which one do you pick between those two if you're, in the first round? And obviously, you guys will see, I guess, tonight what the Broncos do in terms of, seeding. But boy, it's a tough mountain to climb to go into Northern Lights Palace and score any goals right now, and they got offense too. So Melfort's my pick right now.
So my mind just stopped when you brought up Melfort and how hot they are.
Yep.
Vaslav Prospol Jr., Vinny Prospol Jr.
Yeah.
Is he like the star of Melfort? Is he getting free sandwiches at Johnny's Lunchbox? Well, what's the deal?
I could tell you they love him there. He's not a flashy player. He's a 3-4 defenseman, solid, not in trouble in his own zone. Big, strong kid. Needs a step with his skating, but he's a big boy, like his dad is, and I gotta tell you, around the barn they love him. I'm sure he's getting free food. Yeah, I'm sure all Melfort Mustangs get free food around Melfort anyway. So
it got my mind spinning too.
Yeah.
When you were talking about the preview, and maybe wonder, do we have flights booked to Flin Flon yet? Because this might be our opportunity to go to Flin Flon.
Global Ag Risk Solutions. If the Flin Flon Bombers make it to the league final, I'm not busing it to Flin Flon. So we need a plane.
Yes.
That was the deal we had last year. Is that deal still on the table?
We haven't signed a new one.
Right.
Yeah.
What's the sexiest first round matchup?
Well, 2 of the 4 are done, and 2 of the 4 are not. And you guys, your game tonight will determine the 1v8 and the 2v7. But it depends on, I guess, what you want. You have Melfort and Estevan 3-6. I talked about how hot Melfort's been. Well, the Estevan Bruins have been as hot as anybody to start the season. And if you want 2 teams that are so well coached, Trevor Blevins in Melfort and Chris Lugan and Estevan do such a great job with their teams. Both teams are firing. That could be a very long series. The Estevan Bruins, their record in 2020 really speaks for itself. They are flying. That's the one that I'm watching. That's the one that if it doesn't go 6 or 7, I'd be stunned. Honestly, to be honest with you, if you're an SJ fan, if you're a hockey fan, there's not going to be any sweeps in the first round. I'm calling it right now. There's that much parity. The other series that's set right now, Yorkton, is going to take on L'Orange, and you have, the two of the most deadly dynamic individuals in the league going head to head in that series. In Chance Petruic, 109 points in 51 games. Chance Petruic. Mind-boggling what he's done this year. And then Dalen Mann, the California kid on L'Orange, and he's one of those guys that can kind of be invisible for 60 minutes, and then all of a sudden you look on the score sheet and he's got 2 goals and an assist, and he just needs one chance to bury you. Not a great skater, but he's so composed on the puck, incredible hands. And in that L'Orange rink too, as well. I don't know if you guys have been there before. To
the Mel Hanglin Uniplex.
Yeah, have you guys been there before?
No.
Yeah, you just the
Dukes
puck,
has
the puck.
Oh, yeah.
The puck bounces different there for some reason.
Yeah, right into the broadcast booth.
Yeah, well, that's true too. You're taking your life in your hands for
the
sure.
The broadcast booth is about 8 feet off the ice.
I love it. I love it.
You're right above. You're right above the players' benches.
Yeah,
and
it's fantastic.
Yeah, I mean. You're right there.
Yeah,
you're right there.
And the puck just bounces different there. I don't know what it is, but off the boards and onto Mannon's tape, or off the boards onto Jake Gudjonson's tape, and it's in the back of the net, and you're like, how is this happening? L'Orange all of a sudden has won, and again, I talked about it last time I was on the show. Kevin Kaminski, Coach of the Year. The awards are all out. Kevin Kaminski, Coach of the Year, with Braden Klamosko and Battlefords, who obviously, his team has been number 1 since day 1. Of the season, and boy, oh boy, Kevin Kaminski's done a good job. Number 1 job he's done is recruiting, which is the most important thing I think in junior hockey. And then number 2, that team buys in. So that'll be, both series will be phenomenal. There's not going to be a bad one.
The viewers are getting into it. Alan, the intern, says, Rod, get to the chopper. Can we get
to the chopper
contra deal for a helicopter? Can we do that?
Oh, yeah.
Because I could use one.
Yep.
From Conrad Salipa, Melfort. Didn't some fighter named Rhett Trombley start playing hockey as a little kid there? It was Humboldt. I was there.
There you go.
What are the first round matchups again? Read them off. Just quick.
Well, right now.
Don't analyze them. Just what are they?
Yeah, 3-6 right now is Melfort Estevan, and 4-5 is Yorkton Larange. And then, we'll find out tonight whether it's 1v8. Battleford's is 1, Flin Flon is 2. And then 7-8. 7 right now is Nipawin, and 8 is Humboldt. But the Broncos can go above Nipawin into 7th with a win tonight.
It's a lot of drama on one game.
Yep.
Probably driving the coaches nuts because they're wanting to book hotels and buses and all the rest.
Yeah, and I talked to Scott Barney. The last game of the year for the Hounds was in Humboldt. So I talked to Scott Barney, the head coach and GM there, and Kurt Toneff, the assistant. And, I asked him point blank, as a reporter should do, who would you rather face, Battlefords or Flin Flon, point blank. And he gave me a smile, and he was very diplomatic, and he believes it. I definitely believe that he believes that his young crew in Humboldt, they don't care
who they play.
But logistically speaking, facing Battlefords for Humboldt is just much simpler than facing Flin Flon. Obviously, both teams in Battlefords and Flin Flon have reasons that Humboldt's not going to be the favorite. Neither will Nipawin. But the Humboldt team is a plucky young crew. You guys will see it tonight. They bought into what Scott Barney does. There's few coaches in this league that work as hard as Scott Barney. So, you guys are in for a treat.
The Barn Dog. He's been in here.
Fantastic guy.
He really is. He's awesome. SJHL writes in, says, Coach of the Year, presented by our friends at Canalta Hotels. And as the SJHL has prompted everybody, please like and share the show. Right in this segment, if you don't mind, go down to the bottom of your screen and hit share. That would help us out a lot. Tyler Gross, our business manager, says he's on it on the contra deal for the helicopter.
There you go.
That would make my life a lot easier.
Also, the Whitney Forum is just a treat. I just love that rink. I finally got up there for the first time this year.
Saw that. I saw your tweet.
Yeah, and what an old time barn. Just
how many years you been in the league? 3?
This is my 3rd year in the league.
How'd you never get to Flin Flon before?
You
got the Flin Flon flu, huh?
Yeah, the Flin Flon flu. Yeah,
it's been going around.
It goes around. Yeah, no, but hey, it's a real treat. Obviously, Mike Reagan's done a great job too. So yeah, it's a wonderful rink, and the fans up there are buzzing. So
you want to stick around for overtime?
That'd be great.
We're going overtime next, everybody. We'll be right back. By the way, this second last segment from now to the end of time is going to be brought to you by Suds Car Wash. Just so you know, they clean up for Suds Car Wash. Did you know that, Darren?
I do now.
You do now. Yes, Suds Car Wash. Thank you, Kirby. Love you guys. Thanks for coming on board. We'll be right back with Overtime, everybody. It's the Rod Pedersen Show on Facebook Live, and listen live at rodpedersen.com.
You're watching Rod Pedersen On Demand. For more of the Rod Pedersen Show, visit rodpedersen.com or follow Rod Pedersen on social media.